Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to our story. Today we have a simple and interesting story for you. It is about a man named Daniel. He lives alone near a quiet forest. One morning, something strange happens. A small box appears near his window. What is inside the box, and why does it know Daniel's name? Let's listen to the story and find out. So relax, listen carefully, and enjoy the story. Once upon a time, there was a man named Daniel. Daniel lived in a small house near a quiet forest. His house was far away from the busy town. There were no other houses nearby. There were no busy roads. There were no shops. There were no people around him. There was only Daniel. And Daniel liked it that way. Every morning, Daniel woke up early. He opened his small window. He looked at the green trees. He listened to the birds. He felt the cool morning air. Then he made a cup of tea. He sat beside the window. He drank his tea slowly. His life was simple. His days were quiet. He did not have many things, but he was happy with what he had.
Daniel had lived in that house for many years. He knew every corner of the house. He knew every tree near the house. He knew every sound in the forest. He knew when the rain would come. He knew when the wind would become strong. He knew when the morning would become cold. Daniel thought nothing could surprise him anymore. But one morning, something strange happened, something he could never explain. It happened before sunrise. The sky was still dark. The house was completely quiet. Daniel was sleeping in his small bedroom. Suddenly, he heard a sound. Knock. Daniel opened his eyes. He looked around. The room was dark. He stayed quiet. Maybe he had dreamed about the sound. He closed his eyes again. Then he heard it. Knock, knock. Daniel opened his eyes again. This time he was sure. Someone had knocked on something. Daniel slowly sat on his bed. He listened. Nothing. The house was silent. He looked at the door. It was closed. He looked at the window. It was also closed.
Daniel waited. Then, knock. 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 The sound came from the window. Daniel's heart started beating faster. He got out of bed. He walked toward the window. Step by step. Very slowly. He stood beside the curtain. He did not move. He listened again. Nothing. Daniel slowly moved the curtain. He looked outside. The world was still dark. He could see trees. He could see the road. He could see the grass. But he could not see anyone. Daniel opened the window. Cold air touched his face. He looked down. There were no footprints. He looked around. There was nobody there. Then he saw something. Something small. Something strange. Something that had never been there before. It was a small wooden box. The box was lying on the ground below the window. Daniel stared at it. He did not understand. How did this get here? He closed the window. Then he opened the front door. He walked outside. The morning air was cold. Daniel walked toward the box. He looked around. Nothing. No one. Only the forest. Daniel picked up the box. It was very light. The wood was old. The box had some small marks on it. But there was no name.
There was no address. There was no lock. Daniel carried it into his house. He put it on the table. Then he looked at it again. He felt something strange. He wanted to open it, but another part of him told him not to. He waited for a few minutes. Then he slowly opened the box. Inside, there was only one piece of paper. Daniel picked up the paper. He opened it. There were only a few words. Daniel read them. Daniel, your quiet life is about to change. Daniel froze. He read the sentence again, then again. He looked around the room. His hands became cold. How does this box know my name? Daniel put the paper on the table. He looked at the box. He looked at the window. He looked at the door. Nothing made sense. He picked up the paper again. There was nothing on the back. No other words. No name. No clue. Daniel sat in his chair. He stayed there for a long time. He tried to think. Maybe someone had played a joke on him. But who? There was nobody nearby. Maybe someone had watched him. But from where? Daniel did not know. He decided to forget about it. He put the box inside a drawer. Then he started his normal morning. He made tea. He prepared breakfast. He cleaned the kitchen. He washed his cup. He opened the windows.
He watered the plants. Everything looked normal. But Daniel did not feel normal. His mind kept returning to the box. He could not stop thinking about it. At noon, Daniel sat outside. He looked at the forest. The wind moved through the trees. Everything was peaceful. Daniel took a deep breath. "Maybe I am thinking too much," he said. He tried to smile. Then he heard something, a soft sound. Tap. Daniel turned around. Nothing. He looked at the house. The door was closed. The windows were closed. He stood up. He walked inside. He went straight to the drawer. He opened it. The box was still there. Daniel touched it. Then he stopped. There was something different. The box was warm. Daniel pulled his hand away. He stared at it. How can this be warm? He waited. Then he opened the box. The paper was still there, but now there was something else, a small black key. Daniel picked up the key. He looked at it carefully. It was very old. He had never seen it before. He turned it around. There was a tiny mark on it, a circle. Daniel thought for a moment. Then he remembered something. There was an old door in his house. He had never opened it. The door was at the end of the hallway. Daniel had always thought it was broken. He had never cared about it. But now he looked toward that door. He slowly stood up. He walked toward it. The house was silent. Daniel held the key tightly. He reached the door. He looked at the lock. His heart was beating fast. He put the key into the lock. It fit perfectly. Daniel stopped breathing for a moment. He slowly turned the key. Click. The door opened. Daniel stepped back. He stared into the dark room. He had lived in this house for years, but he had never entered this room. He turned on the light. The light flickered. Then it became steady. Daniel looked inside. The room was small. There was an old chair. There was a wooden shelf. There was an old mirror. There was a small table. And there was a notebook on the table. Daniel walked inside. Dust covered everything. He touched the notebook. It was old. Very old. He opened it. The first page was empty. The second page was empty. The third page was empty. Then he saw words. Daniel began to read. If you are reading this, you are ready. Daniel looked at the page. Ready for what? He turned the page. There was another sentence. You have lived in silence for a long time. Daniel stopped. He turned another page. But you have never truly listened to yourself. Daniel sat on the old chair. He continued reading. You think you are alone. He turned the page. But you are not empty. Another page. There is a life inside you. Daniel became quiet.
He did not understand who had written the notebook, but the words felt strangely close to his heart. He continued. You wake up every day. You eat, you work, you sleep, then you do it again. Daniel slowly closed his eyes. That was his life. Wake up, eat, work, sleep, repeat. He had never thought about it deeply. He had always believed that a quiet life was enough. But now he began to ask himself questions. Was he really happy? Or was he simply used to being alone? Daniel opened his eyes. He looked into the old mirror. He saw his own face. He looked tired. His hair was not neat. His eyes looked sad. Daniel had never noticed it before. He looked like a man who had been waiting for something, but he did not know what.
He looked back at the notebook. The next page had only one sentence. Do not run from your past. Daniel stopped. His past. He did not like thinking about his past. There were many memories he wanted to forget. There were many things he wished he had done differently. There were many days when he had felt lost. Daniel closed the notebook. He stood up. He walked out of the room. He closed the door. He returned to his bedroom. That night, Daniel could not sleep. He lay on his bed. He looked at the ceiling. The words stayed in his mind. Do not run from your past. He turned to one side, then the other. He closed his eyes. But sleep did not come. Then he heard the sound again. Knock, knock, knock. Daniel sat up.
He looked at the window. The sound came again. Knock, knock, knock. He got out of bed. He walked toward the window. He opened the curtain. Nothing. The forest was dark. The road was empty. There was no one. Daniel opened the window. Cold wind came inside. He looked down. There was nothing. Then he saw something on the ground. Another piece of paper. Daniel went outside. He picked it up. He opened it. There were only 3 words. Look inside yourself. Daniel stood under the dark sky. He looked at the paper. He did not feel afraid anymore. He felt curious. He went back inside. He sat at the table. He took out his old notebook. He opened a blank page. He wrote, "What am I afraid of?" He stared at the question. Then he began to write. He wrote about his childhood. He wrote about his dreams. He wrote about his mistakes. He wrote about his fears. He wrote about the things he had lost. He wrote about the things he never said. He wrote for a long time. The house was silent. But Daniel did not hate the silence anymore. For the first time, the silence felt helpful. It allowed him to hear his own thoughts. He continued writing. Then he reached a painful memory. Daniel stopped. He did not want to write about it. He closed the notebook. He stood up. He walked to the window. Outside, the moon was bright. Daniel looked at the forest.
He remembered something important. Many years ago, he had dreamed about living a simple life. He wanted peace. He wanted freedom. He wanted a small house. He wanted time to think. He had achieved all of that. But somewhere along the way, he had forgotten how to enjoy it. He had wanted peace, but he had turned peace into loneliness. He had wanted freedom, but he had turned freedom into fear. Daniel stood quietly. Then he smiled. It was a small smile, but it was real. The next morning, Daniel woke up early. He opened the window. Sunlight came into the room. He made tea. He sat beside the window. But this morning was different. Daniel did not think about the strange box. He did not think about the strange messages. He simply enjoyed his tea. He listened to the birds. He watched the sunlight. He felt the cool air. Then he stood up. He cleaned his house. He cleaned the old room. He cleaned the mirror. He cleaned the shelf. He cleaned the old table. Then he opened the wooden box again. The paper was still inside. Daniel read it. Your quiet life is about to change. Daniel smiled. His life had already changed. Not because someone had entered his house. Not because someone had spoken to him. Not because the forest had changed. His life had changed because he had changed. Daniel took a new piece of paper. He wrote, I am not afraid of being alone anymore. Then he wrote, I will use my quiet time to become better. Then he wrote, I will not wait for tomorrow to enjoy today. He folded the paper. He placed it inside the box. Then he closed the box. Daniel walked outside. The sun was warm. The trees were green. The road was quiet. Daniel started walking. He did not know where he would go. He did not need to know. He just wanted to walk. He walked past the trees. He walked along the quiet road. He looked at the sky. He breathed deeply. For the first time in many years, he felt free. He was still alone, but he was not lonely. He finally understood something very important. Being alone is not always a bad thing. Sometimes being alone gives us time to understand ourselves. Sometimes silence gives us answers. Sometimes a quiet life gives us a chance to start again. Daniel kept walking. After some time, he stopped. He looked back at his little house. It looked small, but it looked warm. It looked peaceful. It looked like home. Daniel smiled. Then he continued walking. The road ahead was long, but he was not afraid. He knew that he could not change his past, but he could change his future. He could choose how to live. He could choose what to think. He could choose what to love. He could choose to be thankful. And most importantly, he could choose to begin again. That evening, Daniel returned home. He made a simple meal. He sat at the table. He ate slowly. Then he made another cup of tea. He sat beside the window. The sky became orange. Then it became dark. Daniel watched the sunset. He felt peaceful. He looked at the wooden box. He did not open it.
He did not need another message. He already knew what he needed to know. The strange box had not come to frighten him. It had come to wake him up. It had reminded him of something he had forgotten. Life is not about having everything. Life is about seeing the value in what we already have. Daniel looked around his small house. It was not perfect. The walls were old. The floor was simple. The furniture was not expensive. But Daniel smiled. He was grateful. He was grateful for the house. He was grateful for the forest. He was grateful for the quiet mornings. He was grateful for the cold wind. He was grateful for the rain. He was grateful for every new day. Then Daniel opened his notebook. He wrote one final sentence. Today I found myself. He closed the notebook. He turned off the light. He went to bed. The house became quiet again. But this time the silence felt different. It was not an empty silence. It was a peaceful silence. Daniel closed his eyes. He smiled. And for the first time in a very long time, he fell asleep without fear. The next morning, the sun came up again. Daniel opened his eyes. He looked at the window. He smiled. Another day had begun, and Daniel was ready for it. He knew his life would not always be easy. There would be difficult days. There would be sad days. There would be days when he felt alone again. But now he knew something. He did not need to fear those days. He could face them. He could learn from them. He could grow through them. Because he had finally learned the greatest lesson of his quiet life. You can live alone without feeling empty. You can enjoy silence without being lonely. And sometimes the person you need most is the person you find when you look inside yourself. Daniel opened the door. He stepped outside. The morning sun touched his face. He looked at the forest. Then he smiled and said, "Today is a new day." And he walked forward, not backward, not toward his past, but toward a new life. A simple life, a peaceful life, a life he could finally call his own.